to all of them publicly. I don't want to go and wait for cabinet meeting. I want to appeal to them through the press, and I apologize to them. I'm appealing to all cabinet ministers through the press. This is a godsend. The adjournment, as far as I'm concerned, is a godsend. During the time now, from the adjournment of Parliament to the next sitting of Parliament, this is our time to also go out to the people. Over the last 3 years, we were quiet, and we're just informing the people through Parliament. Now it is our time also to engage the citizenry, to inform them about the good intentions of Bill 10. Let us go out there and tell the disabled people that Bill 10 intends to provide for them space, safe seats in Parliament. The women of Zambia, for a long time, have spoken that they are not adequately represented in institutions of governance. If we don't start with them being included in Parliament, how can we possibly expect them to be included in Council? This is the right starting point. The youths, this is the time for you to also be heard. We'll use this period to make sure we do what I said we'll do to campaign for the good intentions of Bill 10. And in winding up, let me just join all the others in commiserating with the disabled people who were harassed yesterday. In a democracy such as the one that we run, it is totally diabolical for anyone to hurt, either in speech or indeed physically, a person who simply lobbies you to see their view of matters. Democracy is all about exchanging ideas, not fists. Those disabled people on their wheelchairs, with their canes, with their walking sticks, people who can hardly defend themselves, all they wanted was to appeal to leaders of the country to see things from their perspective, for them to receive insults and physical abuse is totally regrettable. Totally regrettable. And I pray to God that He will give all of us the strength to engage in civil dialogue over these matters. When you are called to a forum such as a meeting of equals, go and participate in those meetings. Don't stay away. Because when you stay away, when they follow you, you react the way they reacted yesterday. You react violently. No one should possess an opinion which they don't want to expose to other people's criticism, because that opinion is useless. If you want to maintain an opinion, make sure it is brought to public scrutiny. Let people scrutinize it. And after everybody has agreed, then you can say, this is a good opinion. So please, my dear members of the press, inform our citizens that no one should make the mistake of thinking that the adjournment of Parliament means stoppage of the process of Bill 10. That process can only be stopped by Parliament itself and nobody else. I thank you.
The Parliament operates under the principle of exclusive cognizance, which states that the proceedings of Parliament cannot be interfered with by anyone or any institution. It's therefore correct, as my colleague Zegede stated, that there was no interference whatsoever in the proceedings of Parliament, as is being alleged in the newspaper. No individual, no institution can interfere with the operations of Parliament under the principle of exclusive cognizance. Now, let me also state that as parliamentarians, we have one solemn duty, and that is to represent the people that we serve. Over Bill 10, we've repeatedly appealed to honorable members of Parliament to go back to their constituencies, listen to their people, and bring the views and aspirations of their people to Parliament. I think the past 1 year has been an interesting one, even for you, the media. I know that we've interacted on a number of occasions, where at times you've been confused. what really is in Bill 10. And what was discovered was that many a time, and many people that were commenting on Bill 10 had never read the document at all. I remember challenging the media, say, just take time to read and understand whether what is being said is what is content. We came to the committee report. We again challenged our colleagues in the opposition. Go to the committee report and understand what is there and bring out what you think is not desirable. So now the time came when the Justice Minister came out in the open, addressed the press and gave a statement as regards cabinet position on the policy recommendations. And the people of Zambia were now very interested. They wanted to know who was telling the truth between those that said Bill 10 was evil and what Honorable Luvinda was saying. There were a number of arguments that were brought up. People saying we can't trust what they're saying. Honorable Luvinda said, I've been directed by cabinet to state the position of cabinet, to say I'll move these notice of amendments. So quite frankly, what Zambians must now know is that if those that are opposed to Bill 10 were telling the truth or stating facts as they pronounce, they would have been courageous enough to come on the floor of the House and argue their points. Honorable Luvinda took a lot of time on the floor of the House. So did other members of Parliament. Now, for those that have been speaking very loudly on radios, intercontinental platforms, other TV stations, they had an opportunity for the Zambian people now to know what really is contained in Bill 10. And I'm sure that we are all now comfortable. We know who's been telling the truth about what is contained in Bill 10. I received a number of petitions, especially yesterday, from unions, the disabled, and the rest of them. And then you began to imagine what is running in the minds of those MPs that are staying out. If we all claim that we're saving the people, 1.7 million differently abled people represented, they brought a petition. Are the MPs saying they do not in any way in those constituencies represent the differently abled? The unions of employees were in my office yesterday, you must have seen it. They were saying we wanted to go with Bill 10 now that we have fully understood it. The students were at my office yesterday, the youths and the women. So if we say we are representatives of the people, if it's not these categories that I've stated, which people are we representing? So we are happy that the Zambians are now able to see. They are now sure of who's been telling the truth about Bill 10. Because very clearly, when you go through the document, you go through the statements that have been made, we all know that we will soon have a constitution that is going to last the test of time. Many of you, the journalists, I remember you took turns to ask whether we're comfortable with the numbers. And I think the answers that we gave were that it's not a question of numbers. It was about the content. What do the Zambians want? What have they told their MPs? So our friends yesterday, realizing that we were in excess of 130 MPs that came out openly to say we're going to support this Bill 10, it sent them into panic, raising frivolous points of order just to disrupt. And you can tell from the headlines that they're predetermined headlines because they wanted this to disrupt the proceeding. Now, if at all they were confident that the numbers that opposed to Bill 10 were more and that we could not push it through Parliament, why the panic? They should have allowed the process to collapse. So I want to thank all those honorable members of Parliament, especially from the opposition, that came out clearly to stand with their people. That is what is expected of members of Parliament. A constitution, like we stated earlier, is a document of conscience. We don't issue 3-line whips in times like that because we want, otherwise you're going to set your people against their chiefs. You set your people against the youths, against the women, against the differently abled.
News on the go with Diamond TV, powered by MTN.
Chelsea cookies, delicious cookies, the secret recipe to happiness. A little bit of chocolate for moments you won't forget to make your masterpiece of tastiness. A little bit of butter makes life better for memories to bring you happiness. And for you, Mr. Healthy, I have something nice and OT to keep you going nice and strong. Chelsea cookies, delicious cookies, baking delicious memories. Chelsea cookies, tasty cookies, baking delicious memories.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Everybody listen up! You know how they say laughter's the best medicine? Well, it's also timeless. Like these grown-ups taking a trip down memory lane. Maybe not so grown-up. I've also heard people saying that life is a comedy to those who think like a man. See what I did there? Stay connected for more hilarious moments all the way from Swamp World. Aren't they the cutest? We're here to keep you laughing your apples off. Go TV. Live it, love it.
Milk.
I'm supposed to test these three, and I'm supposed to choose which one is better, right?
Milk is milk, I mean.
I think there's a difference.
I think E, the best E.
I'll go with blue.
I love this one.
This is my favorite.
It's sweet.
It's
Satisfying, I should say.
Makes my throat relax. More richer.
This is how milk is supposed to taste.
Just